Kita melihat bagaimana di peringkat dunia teknologi 5G kini menjadi tumpuan utama dan juga di Malaysia pembinaan infrastruktur dengan penyertaan syarikat-syarikat telekomunikasi sedang pun dirundingkan dan juga akan dijalankan tidak lama lagi. Namun apakah cabarannya dan juga apakah trend menggalakkan harapan untuk teknologi 5G di Malaysia dan bagaimanakah penerimaan bukan sahaja di peringkat industri malah juga orang ramai? Itu yang saya bincangkan pada blog ini. Saya nak bersama dengan Datuk Mohd Rauf Nasir iaitu Pengarah Urusan Bagi Malaysia Nokia yang bersedia pada ketika ini. Assalamualaikum Datuk, selamat pagi. Terima kasih kerana bersama kami pada jam ini.
Waalaikumsalam. Terima kasih.
Okey. Baik, pertama sekali Datuk, kalau kita melihat Malaysia kalau ketika ini mahu memulakan 5G dengan pembinaan infrastruktur yang berkaitan dan juga rundingan dengan syarikat telco sendiri. Bagaimana bagi Nokia sendiri, bagaimana mungkin pengalaman teknologi yang dimiliki boleh diaplikasikan mungkin di peringkat Malaysia, di peringkat tempatan sendiri?
Terima kasih, Cik Najib. First of all, let me just give a quick introduction about the company. First of all, I think we have four major portfolio within our organization. We have this mobile network, which is the mobile part of our solution. We are talking about 5G, so this is the portfolio where we'll provide that solution to our customer. Second portfolio that we have, which is very important in order to make this 5G running efficiently, is the network infrastructure. Unique in the network infrastructure, like the transport layer, all the traffic you need to carry through fiber to the core. And we have three main offerings within the network infrastructure. We have the IP, the optic, and also the fixed network to make these 5G services to be available. The third offering or the third portfolio that we have in the software related, the cloud network services. So this is where our innovation in terms of a new business model, in terms of the application and the software that we provide to our customers. Last but not least, which is the fourth one, is our technology, where we do a lot of the licensing, brand licensing, patent licensing, technology licensing to our customers. And based on our four portfolio, we have provide, in this case, we are talking about 5G, we have provide about 204 commercial 5G worldwide as our reference, and 72 is already live in production. We have technology, we have a people, we have a solution. I think these are the ingredient for us to be successful, and we can leverage from our experience, implementation, and provide our solution and services to Malaysia. I think we are very much interested, and we wanted to leverage from our experience, and we definitely have the latest technology to provide to the country.
So Datuk, what is the trend basically for Malaysian market and mungkin juga the main challenge for 5G implementation in Malaysia that should be focused by the power that be?
Okay, so if we look at the, let's look at the worldwide trend, right? What's happening across the world, across the globe. The trend on these telecommunication infrastructure, they are more and more telco come together where they will share the infrastructure. So a network sharing model, I think we see that is a trend that is coming out. We see this trend in Japan, Korea, and close to our country, our neighbor in Singapore. So that's the first trend that we see what's happening. The second one is we see the trend network as a service. When the 5G is available, I think the digitalization of enterprise will create a lot of demand for 5G. So we see this trend is coming on very, very strongly in the country where they are quite advanced in terms of implementing this 5G infrastructure. And the third trend is the sustainable network. We see the ESG has played a very important role, the environment, social, and governance. So in fact, we spend a lot of R&D money in developing these silicon chip that can save 75% of the energy and provide 3 times of the performance of the current solution or infrastructure that we have today.
Dato', Malaysia took such a long time, or quite some time actually, for our transition from 3G into 4G, and now we are focusing into 5G. Do you think that it is much easier for this transition into 5G, and what can we learn from other countries?
Okay, if you look at the implementation of 5G, right, you required a lot of the infrastructures, a lot of the towers, for example. And if you drive around, you see the tower on the rooftop and the three-legged tower and all that. Yes, you're right. 3G, 4G, it takes a little bit more time, but the infrastructure is already there. We can actually leverage on the existing infrastructure that we have, and we can quickly deploy the 5G and offer the services to Malaysia.
And also, Dato', if you look at the telecommunication industry, the expansion is exponential during COVID-19, especially. It's accelerated, I would say. But how do you see the adaptation of the technology during this pandemic era, COVID-19? And if you look at the economy, the digital economy now basically increased tremendously. What are some of the trends that you foresee in this aspect, especially digital economy, with the 5G coming into the marketplace?
Okay, I think we see the trend also in the case of COVID-19, and we've been working from home, I think, for quite a long time. And I think it's close to maybe 1.5 to 2 years, right? So we get used to working from home. And we are lucky, fortunately, that our infrastructure, I will say, is good. We have a very good mobile infrastructure penetration, and we also have a very good fixed broadband to the consumer. So in this case, I would say that we are lucky. We have been able to work from home, and something that we are getting used to it. And and not only us, right? Not only people like us and you and I that is working and getting familiar and used to work from home. And just to know that we have our school, our universities is also closed during this pandemic, during the MCO time. So I would say that our generation, right, from our kids to the people like us are so familiar working from home. And this has helped to accelerate the penetration and use of technology. So digital economy is becoming very, very important. People are so used to connecting through the mobile phone or through the PC that they have at home. So I would say that the COVID-19 has helped to accelerate the digital economy and digital penetration among the people here in Malaysia. And it will help to grow the digital economy here in Malaysia.
And also, Dato', digital should be seamless and affordable for all Malaysian. How do you see the 5G can basically make the cost of telecommunication cheaper instead of 4G, 3G, etc.?
Okay, so I shared just now that in the case of Nokia, we spend a lot of money on the R&D investment. In fact, for the last 10 years, our average spend on R&D is about 6 billion euro, which is about 30 billion ringgit a year. That is a big investment from a company like Nokia. So we have number one in terms of the pattern of 5G that we have. What we have done and what we continue to do is to develop a technology that is 3 times faster than it is today and consume less energy. In this case, we are talking about 75% less consumption of energy. So we are able to develop and come up with the silicon technology that I would say very competitive. Price performance is very competitive, and that will help to make the infrastructure of 5G very competitive and affordable, and it will transfer to the consumer.